Welcome into Fox Carolina Tailgate, Patrick Sapp and Corey Miller, the man, the myth, the legend.
I'm back.
He's back, brother. I'm happy to see you, man.
I'm glad to be back to see you beautiful people, and not talking to you on Zoom, but, you know, sometimes life is life, and family situation matters most to me. And tough couple weeks, 3 weeks actually, but I'm back. And I'm fired up.
Well, we have plenty to talk about.
Oh, my God. What a
really
week to come back.
teed it up for you here.
Thank you so much.
Both teams coming off of losses. Both teams struggling to stay in contention for bowl games. But I think, you know, the big elephant in the room here is Dabo Swinney's comments with Tyler from Spartanburg. Kind of set the week off in motion.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the whole country is talking about this, and rightfully so. I mean, that was a heated exchange. I definitely think Coach Swinney came out of character in that situation. Tyler's Tyler. We all know who this Tyler person is now because of that. And, you know, I understand protecting your program, but you got to be careful what you say. And I think in these radio shows, you think you're talking to just local people, but everything you say, it becomes national news. And so, unfortunately for Coach Swinney, this is what we're all talking about because, hey, you got a tough team coming in Notre Dame this week that you got to figure out to win.
Nobody cares about Notre Dame right now. So, my question
I'm trying to transition.
Right, yeah, no, way too soon. But so you were surprised to hear,
to hear
Dabo go
definitely.
off like
I mean, you know, I consider Dabo to be a friend of mine, you know, and a great coach and somebody that's careful about how they portray their program and who they are as a leader, who they are as a Christian. He wears that on his sleeve. And so to say the things that he said, I think he was just really out of pocket. You know, I think the biggest thing to do is just take the high road. And I think he's done that a lot, but in this situation.
So pick one. What was the number one thing you were surprised by?
Well, just, you know, the profanity, to be honest, is one. But two, you know, really reliving his accomplishments like, hey, I got to prove something to Tyler, right? And so I think that was going down the rabbit hole when he kind of went down to all the things that he's done and what he's created with the program. I think that was uncalled for. And I think, hey, you tell a guy, I appreciate your passion, your comments, but hey, brother, I want to win just as much as you do as a fan, and thank you for your call, and move on.
Well, the next day, we had the opportunity to talk to him at his weekly press conference, and we started off with Notre Dame chat, but I brought it back to Tyler in Spartanburg. And he didn't back down. He didn't revert from any of those comments. He did, you know, he was asked about the fan base at large, and he said, no, again, this is a loud minority of this fan base. And I want to play a quick bit, and then we will set you loose, Mr. Miller. But we want to hear from Dabo quick. This was kind of a summation of his comments from the really Monday and Tuesday.
Criticism is warranted. We're 4-4. This is freaking Clemson. All right, we've built I mean, ain't nobody happy, and we've built. This is one of the greatest programs in the history of college football. What's happened here these last 12 years. And ain't nobody going to ever change that. Like, that's what we've done. And we've beaten the best of the best to do it. 6 Final Fours, that ain't ever going to happen again. I don't think it'll ever happen again. We'll see. Time will tell. But I know this, I got a long way to go. I got a long way to go in this profession. And, you know, I'm going to fight like crap to, you know, if they want me back here, I'll fight like crap to get this place back to the standard.
Okay. I want to be nice. I mean, I want to be respectful, but this is the Dabo that really irks me because he plays people, right? He is the grand master of manipulation. And the whole thing about keep telling people what you've done. Great players, great coaches, great teams don't have to pound their chest to say how good you are, what you have accomplished, right? It speaks for itself. Nick Saban, who's the greatest to ever do it, would never do that. He's not going to remind you of all the national championships. To me, he goes back, he doubles down on this whole Tyler thing, right? Criticism is warranted. You 4-4. You make $11 million. You got over $100 million contract, right? So it is Janet Jackson. It is what have you done for me lately. That's the world we live in today. It's microwave society. People going to forget yesterday. What have you done today? That's just the way it is, guys. I mean, to allow a phone caller, Tyler, and how he said it, from Spartanburg, you know, it calls him a kid. This guy has served our country. He's a grown man. You know, listen, first of all, blame the radio people. They should cut him off, right? If he's going somewhere, you should know, and I've done this 25 years in radio. Cut him off. Don't let him lead you to it. Now you go cuss the kid, demean the kid. Then you go further. You demean your own fan base. You tell them they're not appreciative. You tell them that, you know, you're not appreciative. I've done this, and you haven't won in 35 years until I got here. Me. So, Tyler, you are correct. Pride. Proverbs speaks it. It comes before a fall. The man said it. You changed. It is what it is, guys. We can sit here and try to mask it. The dude is full of pride. And the fact that you go back to your press conference and you double down, tells me everything I need to know.
Yeah, I mean, you make some great points, but I would say this is that I wouldn't say that Coach is a manipulator of people, because I think he truly feels what he's saying. I think people that manipulate are honest about who they are or what they're feeling and what they're saying.
Was he honest about this team is 4-4 better than the national championship team? Remember he said that a few weeks back?
I believe he believes that. But here's what I'm saying. You can believe that as a coach. You can understand the way that you need to play. You can understand the talent you have. And you always set goals. You know, you may set goals at the beginning of the season and you might not hit them, right? But if you look at again, I will say this has been a unique season for Clemson. They have shot themselves in the foot throughout this season. It ain't really people beat them. It's them beat themselves. Now, Duke, I would take that game in any time, shape, form, or fashion. Duke beat Clemson. I'll just say that. But the other games that they lost, they could have easily won. It was a mistake happening game, and so I think that's where he has spoken from. Now, the dude is passionate. And so I'm not going to defend the things that he said. And yeah, you're right. I'm not going to, it's like anything. He's not perfect. None of us are. And so he succumbed to this situation.
This Dabo Swinney has been doing this for years. Just like he just said, if you guys have me back, you're not going anywhere.
No, he's not going anywhere.
That's what I'm saying, the manipulation of the fan base. Poor me. If you have me back, I'm going to fight like crap to get us back to that national championship standard. Stop it. Just stop it. You are a great football coach. We know how hard you work. We know you're a walk-on. We know that your mother stayed in the room with. That story's been told. You have been successful. We applaud that. But listen, don't kill me with this foolishness, right? You 4-4, and your coaching staff has failed. You failed in recruiting. You don't have the same players. Accept it. Change it. Get better. You move on. Don't sit here and play me
I wouldn't say the talent's not there. And again, that's why I think you got the. Listen to what I'm saying. I think that's why you got the comments in him about comparing that to the national championship team. The talent is on that team. They have failed in putting that on the field and showing it week in and week out. And it's been really been a lot of different reasons for that.
Is Duke more talented than Clemson?
No. Giving the ball away.
No, but here's what I'm going to say about Duke, and that we were not prepared.
Whatever we done in camp, better than your quarterback?
Whatever we done in camp, we were not ready for the Duke game. We were not prepared. We were not prepared for that team.
4-4. By the way, I told you that you would lose 4 more games. Remember that receipt?
Yeah, I remember that.
We'll bring up plenty more receipts when we come back after this break. But
you also said y'all will win some more games than y'all won to this point, too.
Meteorologist Kendra Kent for a look at this weekend's weather.